alive! He's alive! I mean, come on now, we all knew that Norman was alive, but still, we get confirmation that he is alive. Norman is out there, and we have finally seen the young Lord in this chapter, and you know what? I got a theory right. This was something I was saying way back in like chapter 1, that there are papas out there. It may be a little bit different than what Mama was doing, but it's definitely some out there, because wherever Norman is, I'm pretty sure that's not the only place out there like that. You know what? Let me bask in this for a bit. Let me dance. I gotta dance it out this because I got a theory right. Woo! Promised Neverland just keeps getting wilder and wilder and wilder. Chapter 75. We're only in February and we're getting bombshells dropped like this on us already. This is going to be a crazy year. The return of the young Lord Norman. Feels so good to see him again, even though he's in the situation that he is in, being held up in his lab, passing tests after test after test, and these tests that they're putting him through, these questions, these 200 questions, they're saying that he hasn't failed one yet, and these questions are harder than what he had in Gracefield. So how smart is this kid? Oh man, this is exciting to know how smart Norman is, and that's gonna have a lot to do with what we're going forward with this story. And you know, Promised Neverland, the popularity, the suspense, the reasons why we come back to this every week, this story is being held as the new Death Note and Shonen Jump, and it is living up to that mantle. Even though you don't want to be compared to something, this is what this series is being compared to, because of psychological mind games. And you guys know I love psychological, and that's what Promised Neverland is bringing to us week after week after week. But enough of the hype. Let's slow it down a bit and get to the chapter at hand, because where Norman is being overseen by Peter Rattari, who, when Mama took Norman to this place, because that was a question about how long has this been, she said, this is your new papa, or your new father, or however you want to translate it. And he's like, you know, he's not that much older than me, so I don't think I should be his dad. But I'm wondering, what are they testing Norman for? This has to be a reason for this, because we know that Peter is pro-promise. So are they just testing him and trying to make even more goods? Or are they trying to find the perfect person for something? I just got a feeling that things might not even be the way they seem with Peter Rattari. Like, even though he wasn't with what James was doing, he might be trying to hatch his own plan, because again, I'm pretty sure that there are more places out there where this is, unless he's just over like a main one. I got a feeling that there's probably another lab just like where Norman is in right now, and where he is isolated, he's lonely, he wants to see his friends again, and you know that's going to lead to another escape. He already planned escape as soon as he got there. But the thing that's the biggest about this is where Norman's being held, and that is at Lambda 7214. It's all coming together, I mean, because you have to wonder with Adam, this kid who was muttering Norman's number, and the mystery around him, knowing where Norman is, knowing that Emma and Lucas just found out about Lambda 7214 at the end of the last chapter. This can go either way, and you don't know which way it's coming, because this can all be an elaborate trap by Peter to lure the people back into this place and get them in captivity too, mainly the ones that got away, because I do have that feeling that Lucas, No Name, and the group of kids that they were with, they were probably like the first people to successfully escape. He probably holds some type of grudge. He probably feels some type of way about that and wants to get them back there. Or this could all be Norman's doing, and that would send him to the Lord status. He would be up there with Light and all of the other great minds in manga history. If Norman is truly behind this, the entire map, and like, I think this is too big for him to be behind the 7 walls, but to have the plant there to get to Lambda, and to have this child Adam muttering his number to try to hope that somebody can get there and recognize it, to know that Emma and Ray are out there and they're gonna recognize that number. Just the intelligence factor of Norman in this right now. This can be all his plan, because we've seen where he is. There are people there just like Adam who may be discarded. You know, he looks like he's clearly a failure because he couldn't, you know, he's not as smart as the rest of the kids. We all know that they're cloning, and then it goes back to my video where I was saying that Norman is probably a clone of Minerva or James. So maybe he like is an experiment that it was wrong, or maybe they're trying to build something, maybe even It might be crazy, but maybe they're trying to do a human demon hybrid or something, because he does look a little too buff. Like, this kid looks like a mini Hulk, so maybe they're trying to merge humans and demons and do something like that. But either way, imagine how big of a play that would be if Norman is actually the one behind the breadcrumbs that is sending Lucas and Emma to this place. Because if that's the case, the only way that could be backed up is that he helped Adam escape, because he can't escape himself. Norman is smart. Norman knows how important he is to this place. They got him held up in this place where, you know, he doesn't even have like metal utensils. Everything he's using is like plastic, so he can't use it as a weapon or try to escape. He's isolated. He's watched 24/7. However, the rest of these experiments probably aren't on the level that he is on. So just like how William Minerva or James Rattari, whatever you want to call him at this place, has been laying the breadcrumbs for the kids to find the Promised Neverland to escape, we could be seeing the same thing with Norman, trying to get everybody to where he is, to bust them out and start a revolution. Promised Neverland is just awesome. I love this series and I cannot stop talking about it, because this is a big play. Either it's a trap by Peter or it's an elaborate plan by Norman. Either way you slice that, you're gonna get a good result from this. We know Norman's gonna get out. It's just a matter of how and how many people are he gonna take with him. He might even start a revolution himself, because he has a big heart too. So you know that if he finds a way to escape, he's gonna take the clones or whatever they're building in this Lambda 7214, this plantation that they're in. As Norman even said it himself, it's like, I wasn't shipped off, but I was still sent somewhere. This is the same circumstance. I'm still cattle. I'm still trapped. They're still tracking me with the little thing on my arm. He's still in the same position. It's just now he's up to a higher grade, and I just feel like he has to be used for more than just eating right now. We know that the people in Goldie Pond, we know they like to hunt the highest of the high, but this is above the level of what they would do for that. Somebody's planning something big, and it wouldn't surprise me if Peter may have had a change of heart for what he did, or maybe he has his own intentions. Even though he doesn't want to break the promise, he could have something else brewed. Like, why break the promise when you can overthrow it? So that could also back the theory that maybe he's doing like some type of human demon type of hybrid. And even though it was a flashback, it was good to see Mama again. As I say all the time, I cannot wait to get back to where she is with the rest of the kids and see what they're up to. But the biggest thing right now is Project Escape #2, because we still got Ray and No Name out there who needs to get to Emma. And now we have Norman trying to send something out there to get some help or escape himself, because he knows that he cannot break out of this place alone. And Promised Neverland just pretty much crapped on anything else if you don't think it's in the top 3 right now. And it's a hard place to put it, because One Piece isn't going anywhere. It's almost like you can't count One Piece. We got Hunter x Hunter whenever it decides to come back. We got Boku no Hero Academia, and now we have the greatness of Promised Neverland. The stake of Shonen Jump is in good hands with this series. All we need now is that anime announcement. Give it to us right now. But guys, my mind is blown with this chapter, because I left this chapter with 2 theories, and I'll say them again. One, either Norman has been using these electronics and everything he has around him to plan an escape and to get Adam out there and hope to bring someone back, or this is all a big plan by James to get the original kids back in revenge and lure people in, because if you're smart enough to escape and you get back to this place, then yeah, we got some use for you. So that was big. Guys, absolutely love this chapter, and it's too early to, of course, say you know, what was the best chapter of the year, but I can guarantee you that about time the year ends this year, this is going to be in my moments, because this was huge. Not only did we get the return of Norman, but we got more theories. That's what's great about Promised Neverland. So let me know what you thought about this video and your theories in the comments below. If you like this video, go ahead and drop it a like. If you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. There's not a shortage of content you indulge on this channel. As I always say, you guys be anywhere on YouTube right now. You chose to listen to me. I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Scott signing out. See you soon.